Welcome to our channel where we delve into the world of mathematics. In our final video lesson in the fourth quarter, step into the captivating realm of frequency distribution tables, where numbers come together in an orchestrated symphony of data. Without further ado, let's dive in. So first, let us know of what the frequency is. So it is a collection of observations produced by sorting them into classes and showing their frequency or numbers of occurrences in each class. There are three basic types of frequency distribution. So first is the categorical, second is the in-group, and the last one is group. So the categorical frequency distribution is used for data that can be placed in specific categories, such as nominal or ordinal level data. So here are the basics terminologies associated with frequency tables. So first is the lower class limit. It is the smallest data value that can be included in the class. And the other one is the upper class limit, the largest data value that can be included in the class. Another is the class boundaries, so it is used to separate the classes so that there are no gaps in the frequency distribution. So then the class marks, wherein it is the midpoints of the classes. So it have a equation wherein you need to add the lower limit plus the upper limit, then you need to divide it by 2. So for the second to the last is the class width. So it is the difference between two consecutive lower class limits. And the last one is the cumulative frequency. The classes are increasing order. Is the sum of the frequencies for that class in all previous classes.
So for example, the following are the scores obtained by 40 students of grade 10 Makatios in a 100-item mathematics quiz. So for our first step, we need to arrange the scores from lowest to highest. As you can see in the first table, it is randomly put in the table. So first is you need to place first the lowest score, which is 40, and then just follow it of what the score next. Then our last would be the highest score. As you can see in the table, in the second table, it is correctly arranged by the sequence of the number from lowest to highest. So for our step 2, we need to determine the range, and we only need to find and get the lowest and the highest score of the scores given to get the range. So for our highest score, we do have 98, and just subtract it by the lowest score, which is the 40. So 98 subtracted by 40 is equal to 58. So 58 is our range. So for our step 3, compute the number of classes. So we can apply the storage rule, which is a rule for determining the desirable number of groups into which a distribution of observations should be classified. The number of groups or classes is 1 plus 3.22 log n, where n is the number of observations. So in this solutions, we need to put the equation, which is k equals 1.322 log n. After that, we need to use a scientific calculator. So just add 1 plus 3.22, then log 40. So the total of it was 6.322. So we need to round up that. So the final result would be 7. So for our step 4, which is to find the class width, as we already done with solving and getting the result of the range and number of classes, we really need that value to fully get the result of the class width. So just divided that, which is the range is 58 and number of classes is 7. So 58 divided by 7 is 8.286. So just like we do in our latest solving, we need to round up. So the final result would be 9. Next is step 5, which is the class limits. With this, we need to find the lower class limits and the upper class limit. So for the first step, we need to determine the lowest score, which is 40. Then with our class width, we just need to add a 9. So 40 plus 9 is 49. 49 plus 9 is 58. 58 plus 9 is 67. 67 plus 9 is 76. 76 plus 9 is 85. And 85 plus 9 is 94. So that would be our lower class limits. And we still need to find the upper class limit. So as you have gained the result of the number of classes, which is 7, we just need to add up to the lower class limit to get our upper class. So as our number of classes is 7, just add it up to our lower class limit to get the upper class, as I said. So 40 plus 7 is 48. 49 plus 7 is 57. 58 plus 7 is 66. 67 plus 7 is 75. 76 plus 7 is 84. 85 plus 7 is 93. And for the last one, 94 plus 7 is 102. So this would be our class limits. So for our second to the last step, which is the step 7, to tally the frequency of each class. So we need just to base our answer on the class limits. So to 40 to 48, we need to determine how many students got that score. So as you can see, the answer would be 9 students got that score. For the tally, this dash it off. Then for our frequency, we need to really jot down the number of it. Just like our second, which is 49 to 57, students got 9. So tally it, then the frequency will be the number. So on and so forth. Finally, for step 8, determine the class mark for each class interval. So as you can see in the upper part of the table, you can see the guide that we need to use to be able to get the class mark. So just lower limit plus upper limit, then divided by 2, and the result would be our class mark. So first is 40 plus 48, then divided by 2. The result would be 44. So that would be the class mark. So 49 plus 57 divided by 2 is 53. Next, 58 plus 66 divided by 2 is 62. 67 plus 75 divided by 2 is 71. 76 plus 84 divided by 2 is 80. 85 plus 93 divided by 2 is 89. And for the last one, 94 plus 102 divided by 2 is 98. So that result indicated in the table is our class mark. Very finally, for the last one, a variation of the standard frequency table is used when cumulative totals are decided. The cumulative frequency for a table whose classes are in increasing order, is the sum of the frequencies for that class and all previous classes. So we know how important the rule of it. So to get the cumulative frequency, just add the frequency, which is 9 first frequency to the second, and so on and so forth. So 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 13 is 31. 31 plus 3 is 34. 34 plus 4 is 38. 38 plus 1 is 39, and then the last one is 39 plus 1 is 40. So as you can see in the table, we can see the cumulative frequency, which is 9, 18, 31, 34, 38, 39, and 40. So as you can see, the final cumulative frequency is the first core, the lowest core.